search for directions, my thoughts reflecting.
What's up, guys? This is your host here, Oliver Nye. We are on the Big Bass Streams channel, and this evening I am going to talk about one of my favorite types of fishing, and specifically that is topwater popper fishing. I've got a new mail call here from Ben at the Hookup Tackle. Got some new toys that I wanted to share with you guys and talk about. And if you guys haven't already, subscribe to my personal channel. Link will be right here up in the corner or in the description below. Really fun video of some desert topwater popper fishing. That video is what's really inspired both the mail call and this tackle breakdown for you guys. So I'm gonna go through what Ben shipped to me as I anticipate these fish moving into post spawn and the water temps climbing. And I'm gonna go through what I ordered and why as we approach one of my favorite times of the year, and that's late spring, early summer. And that means from here until fall, there should be some kind of topwater fishing opportunity across the country. I know a lot of you guys are itching to get out there, so hopefully when it does come time for you to get out there and chase your big bass streams, we can give you guys a little bit more insight through the channel here, through videos like this. If you guys like the content, do us a favor, subscribe to the Big Bass Streams channel, turn your notifications on for both channels, leave a comment below, and hit the like button. All that stuff's important if you guys want to see this channel grow. And as this channel grows, so does the quality of the content that we want to continue to share with you guys, all right? So let's just get into it, huh? Let's see what came in the box. All right. Peep it. New Pop Max color. I believe this came out last year. Okay, and if you guys are fans of the mail call videos, you guys know that this MB Gizzard Shad is one of our confidence colors. Anytime you got high visibility situations, whether the sun's actually up or whether you have super clear water, you're gonna want some kind of transparency. At least that's what I want. I don't mean to put any words in anybody's mouths, but I'm speaking to you guys from experience. And hopefully as I continue to learn from my experiences, I'm better able to share that with you guys to help shorten the learning curve, help facilitate some bigger, better bass for you guys, all right? So MB Gizzard is an incredible color. I've got in my hands here, I've got the Sexy French Pearl. This is top 3 colors in the entire Megabass lineup all time for me. It might be one of the most versatile colors. So whether you've got threadfin shad in your lakes or not, whether you've got low visibility water, high visibility water, this color just flat out catches them. Big smallmouth love it. My man Chris Hafner has got 2/6 with me on a personal training session on this particular bait. I know he's got that bait retired on that sick double 6-pound mountain that he's got up in his office back in Oklahoma City. Shout out to my man Chris. All right, so Sexy French Pearl is a killer. And if you guys have noticed, I normally do the rule of 3s, and I've actually bumped that to 4s in the case that I do get on a hot bite on a particular model lure. But the nice thing about my setups and my efficiency with the topwater is I very rarely lose topwater baits. Typically, you're not snagging them, and if you do break them off, they float, so you should get them back. The only time I'd be concerned is around any toothy critters, so you could lose them around that. But I'm gonna give you guys a little tip right now. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna run inside and go grab it for you. For those of you guys that live in Essex patrolled waters, this is something that I discovered in a really small tackle shop up in Wisconsin, and it's a tieable titanium leader. Okay, and this is what it is. It's called Not Too Kinky. All right, and the crazy thing is like I can actually tie this to my braided line, just like I do fluorocarbon leaders with an Alberto knot, and then you just tie your favorite knot. And in the diagram here, it shows you can either tie like a perfection loop or a clinch knot, but I still tie my trilene knot The only difference is that it's not going to cinch down like normal fishing line is. So it's just going to look kind of sloppy, but I haven't had a failure. And really, this is going to keep you from getting bit off on a lot of different hard baits, but especially topwater. And it works really well for this Pop Max and the Pop X's in particular, because it's really stiff as well. So it doesn't foul the bait as much. Hey, you guys ever like fish one of these baits really aggressively and throw a little too much slack on the line and it runs itself over on that front hook, and now you're foul hooked? And of course, that's usually the time when you've got the biggest bass of your life sitting right under it, just waiting for it to make one more move. That actually makes fishing these baits a little bit more efficient. And you know, with the topwater presentation, especially with anything quicker or fast moving pace, I haven't seen this being detrimental to reducing the amount of bites, even in super gin clear water. So look for some of that stuff. I'm not really sure where you guys can find it. I actually found it here at a West Marine in Southern California, probably for barracuda fishing, I guess. It comes in all kinds of different ratings. This one's 35. I had 44 that I just dropped, all the way up to like 100, I think. So all you guys up in the Midwest and the Northeast and Canada that are worried about fishing these highly detailed and hard to get baits in and around pike, muskies, and pickerel, give that leader a try. So enjoy that tip if you guys didn't know about it before. And that's just one of the ways that we want to continue to give back to you guys for supporting our channel and supporting everything that we do here through the Big Bass Streams project. All right. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, look at this sick one. This was a new color back in 2017 or 18, and this is the GG Wild Gill. And once again, you guys are probably aware of the fact that I'm a big fan of sunfish patterns. And this is a darker sunfish pattern here. Hit a chartreuse on the top of the head makes it kind of easy for us to see visually from above. A little bit of a hit of chartreuse on the back of the tail, under the belly, and especially for smallmouth, that seems to be a real triggering color. If you notice, the dressed feathered trebles also have some chartreuse, and this works really good even in clear water. If you guys pay attention to bluegill, looking at them next to docks on the launch ramps and stuff, you can actually see hints of chartreuse on the back of their caudal fins. All right, so it's a really natural color scheme. Okay, what else do we got here? Also new from last year is one of my favorite topwater colors in the Megabass lineup, and this is Bahama Milk Pearl. Super high vis. This is probably the closest thing to like a bone color in the Megabass lineup. Really easy to see. As Mr. Hank Cherry has made popular this year, it's got a hint of orange on the belly there, a little bit of chartreuse on the eyes, beautiful downturned Megabass eyes. Okay, and that white pearlish bone type color, just, you can't really go wrong with white if you ask me. All right, so there's that one. And then also new from last year is a very popular color in the 110 series. And actually, I was doing really good on the Canada in this color. If you guys haven't watched the Clear Lake series yet, make sure you guys look that up. There's 16 episodes of us cracking fish on Clear Lake. The matte shad in the Canada was a standout bait for me, and it will also probably be a standout bait for me here in a topwater application. Anytime you don't want to throw a lot of flash, that matte finish could make a difference. It's almost in between the transparent colors like a MB Gizzard and a solid pattern like the Sexy French Pearl. All right, so you got a lot of options there. Another sick bait. And then what you saw tied on my rod here was one of the more iconic colors in the Megabass lineup, and this is the white python. Just that beautiful snake skin pattern. It just looks sick. And actually, the fish crush it, man. It's one of my favorite colors in the X Pod. And it's become one of my favorite colors here in the Pop Max. So make sure you guys get your hands on one of these from Ben if he's got any left in stock. And then if you guys have actually watched some of my recent videos on my own personal YouTube channel, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to that channel. I'll leave the link to this video that I'm talking about up here in the corner and in the description. But I went on a little bit of a tear on the Pop X. And for me, the Pop X is one of those iconic original Megabass hard baits that I first became aware of in my youth. All right, and I'm actually going to open this one up here. And this is also one of my confidence colors. This is GG Bass. Baby bass patterns in topwater, especially that time of year. End of April, May, June, July, you're going to have a lot of juvenile bass in and around shallow cover where I like fishing this thing. They eat the crap out of each other, guys. And baby bass has always been one of my confidence topwater colors, and it continues to be so. Oh! Right. Nice large.
Oh, nice. That's a nice one.
Heck yeah. Dude, there's like 4 or 5 of them. So make sure you guys grab some bass patterns. And here's the size difference between the Pop X and the Pop Max. It's actually quite substantial. So you've got a 1/2 ounce bait and a 1/4 ounce bait. So literally double the weight. And then you got 64 millimeters in length versus 78. So it's quite a substantial bait. And people ask me when I like to fish one or the other. Well, that big bait, stick lines, heavy weights mantra is always my focus and where I start. Hopefully those fish are keying in on a bigger prey item, and that's going to allow me to match that profile and hatch better with that Pop Max, and the added benefit of the bigger bait appealing to a bigger class of fish is going to be in effect as well. So I'm going to typically start on a new fishery with the bigger popper, and then I'll downsize as needed if the fishing is tough, or if the bait they're eating is small, or if the fish themselves are small. Okay, you're probably gonna have a lot more success on a Pop X. And that's not to say that you can't catch a giant bass on either one of these, just even the little one. There's something about the topwater fishing dynamic that draws fish. Fish will travel almost the same way they will for a big swim bait. They will cover some ground to come crush a topwater bait. And what I love the most about this family of poppers is how versatile they are. Okay, you've got that beautifully designed, at one point hand-carved detail in the mouth and that bubble chamber system. And I can spit this bait, I can chug this bait, I can bloop this bait, and most importantly, I can walk the dog with this bait, and I can mix and match between all of those different actions with durations of my pauses, and really show those fish something that will hopefully excite them into striking. Okay, you cannot beat the versatility of these baits in my opinion. Like, this might be the perfect one topwater bait if I could have one, because if they want that side to side evasive action of the walk the dog, I can still do that with these baits. Okay, but if they want that chugging action, which a lot of times, like big smallmouth, they love that big bloop, bloop. It's strange because I grew up fishing largemouth, and they didn't really like that here in our Southern California lakes. I catch them spitting it, so you actually have to take some off of the rod when you pull it and get it to actually spray water and spit instead of chug or bloop. It's a much more finesse. And the nice thing is I can do it all with these baits. All right. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm fishing the Pop Max on. And this has quickly become one of my favorite setups for a lot of different reaction techniques, including the Topwater Pop Max. And this is a USA Destroyer Otomat. 7'1", 4.5 power. It's rated 1/4 ounce to 3/4 ounce, so that 1/2 ounce Pop Max falls in perfectly in that range. It's got an 8 to 20 pound rating, so it's got a nice soft moderate tip and action. Really helps me work this bait, and most importantly, if you watch these videos, it helps me hook these fish, right? And pay attention to the mechanics. I'm fishing 50 pound 8 strand braided line. And this is a prototype 8-strand from Defiant Fishing that I've been fishing for the past year. Really smooth, it's quiet, it handles much more like a monofilament line does without all that extra noise from the coarseness of like some of the 4-strand braids that some people fish. And to that, I've got an Alberto knot connected to a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, also from Defiant. And then to that, I've got a number 2 decoy egg snap. In my opinion, that snap allows that bait to really fully walk the dog to its full potential. And I can still chug it, I can still spit it, and I can quickly change out my bait if I don't feel like that color that I picked is the triggering mechanism. Like, man, they're not eating the white python for some reason. Maybe they're keyed in on bluegill. And that quickly, I've got another bait tied on, and I've got that cast in that small pocket before Dave or Maddie or Johnny or one of the other boys gets in there, and I get that fish that was patrolling that area.
Really?
You know what the best part about all this is?
What?
Straight muscle memory.
You've done this before?
Yeah, straight autopilot mode. Number 2 decoy egg snap versus the number 3 is just a little bit lighter gauge wire because I don't want too much weight to affect the way that the bait sits, especially when a long pause is key. So just be mindful of the fact that you are fishing a lighter rated snap. Keep an eye on it. If it starts flexing and tweaking, cut it off and throw it away, man. It ain't that serious. They're pretty cheap. And then on the reel side, I've got a brand new Daiwa Tatula Elite. And I do like the faster gear ratios. So if you guys got reels that are 7-to-1, 8-to-1, I'm working these baits with the rod and picking up the slack with the reel. And when I'm working down a bank and I'm going fast and I'm looking for aggressive fish, it just makes it that much more efficient to have a fast line pickup and that fast gear ratio. These reels zing these baits a long way. Like, I've been super hyped on these Tatula Elites. So hopefully I can get my hands on some more and get some more outfits to bring my efficiency level up. If you guys watched that video from the Pop X getting if you guys watched that video of the Pop X getting crushed in the desert, you'll see I'm actually fishing a Tatula Elite on the Pop X. And even though it's only a 1/4 ounce, I was getting all the distance I needed and then some. So that's why having high-end equipment and the best tools at your disposal within your budget is super important, guys. For me, my most valuable commodity is my time. When I make the time to hook up the boat, travel to my destination, and try to catch a big fish, it makes no sense to put myself at a disadvantage with inferior gear, only to not get bit, miss the fish, or lose the fish. So anyways, I think that's enough blabbing for now on the Topwaters. So if you guys need some Pop X's and Pop Maxes, you can find the links in the description below. Support Ben at the Hookup. He continues to support us on a high level. He's got the sickest collection of Megabass, both JDM and core, in the country. And if you guys enjoyed this video breakdown, please leave a comment for us below. Subscribe to the channel here at Big Bass Streams. I'm getting our team even more hyped up to start contributing to the channel with their own content. That's going to help them build their own channels, and as a team, we're going to really show the world that this movement is real. So if you guys do enjoy our content, just support the channel. If you guys find insight and value in what we do for you guys, and we've helped facilitate a dope moment in fishing, man, hit the subscribe button, leave some comments, stay engaged, rock some merch. We've got a fresh batch of joggers and these camo hoodies in stock. We'll leave that link in the description below. But in the meantime, we appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying all the content on the channel. Stay safe, watch where you cast, and I'll catch you guys later, and hopefully on my personal channel. Oliver and I appreciate you guys. I'm out.
3 or 4 times, just wet my lines, trying to yank 'em up. search for directions, my thoughts reflecting.